did publicity and management for 20 years before I became a teacher, and what that entails is bands, celebrities, whoever your clients, sometimes businesses, hire you to get them press, to get them in newspapers, magazines, TV shows, these days, popular social media outlets, and so forth, and maybe into the right parties, movie premieres, things like that, places and where they're going to get pressed. And then sometimes you have to do damage control too. Sometimes you're hired to clean up their mess. So I cleaned up a few messes in my life. So that's pretty much what it entails. Oh gosh, having worked at some different record labels straight from college, I worked at Geffen Records and Enigma Records, and then worked for Salters, Ruskin, Friedman PR, public relations. I've worked with, Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, Michael Jackson, Van Halen, Ozzy Osbourne, Rock Walk, Black Sabbath, Corey Feldman, Kato Kalin during the OJ trial. The Dramarama were some of my favorites. The list goes on, and the Barbie twins, the old Playboy girls. So, it's a pretty long list of clients. I get asked why did I go into teaching all the time by my students, because that's what I started off going to school for. I went to college, and teaching was one of the options that I had in mind, and I was planning on doing when I went to college. But when I got to the university, there was one of my favorite bands, punk band called X, was playing on campus for free, and I said, "Does this happen all the time?" And one of the students said, "Yeah, it happens all the time. The students book these shows, they put on these shows." And I was really into music and really into going to concerts and things like that. And so I said, "Wow, I could put on concerts?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I said, "I never knew I could do that." So I went over to AS Productions, signed up. And next thing you know, me and my buddies are, booking Jane's Addiction and General Public and the Bangles and all these big bands from my college days at my school and making a profit for the school and doing it. So by the time I graduated college, I had offers from record labels to already come work because I had been dealing with them in school. So I just switched my emphasis from teaching over to the entertainment business and did that for 20 years till I was successful enough to be able to leave and be comfortable. And my wife at the time said, "Get out of the house. Go do something. What do you want to do?" And I said, "Well, I wanted to be a teacher." She goes, "Well, then go do that." And so I did it. I substitute taught. Loved it. And one day the principal of San Pedro High School walked into my classroom while I was subbing and offered me a job. And I took it. So, to the entertainment business. Would I consider going back to the entertainment business? Not in publicity, not in PR. On some other level, television production, writing, music publishing, maybe, but only on a high level, and I could never go back to being somebody's assistant again unless it was something really spectacular that I was learning. I could never, and these days, I wouldn't want to go back into PR, which was what I really knew, or management, which was I signed a bunch of bands to record deals, and that was great. But I wouldn't want to go back and do that and have to spend every night in clubs again and travel so much, and I don't want to have to do that anymore. But I would love, I could see myself producing a TV show or writing or something like that in the future. But I love teaching. This is a blast. It's a great job, especially if you're comfortable already. Then teaching's even better. I do this because I love it.